Hey guys, my name is ABD and I'm from Cars Without Limits. Today we're going to be talking Ford. And when you think of Ford, what do you think of? Ford versus Ferrari, EcoBoost, all of those things, motorsport even. Now, behind me we got all of that in one package. This is a Ford GT, but it's a very special Ford GT. It's the Alan Mann Heritage Edition, which means it basically pays tribute to the Alan Mann's Racing 1966 Ford GT MK1 prototype, which is, till this day, one of the lightest Ford GTs made, and also possibly one of the most expensive Ford GTs. So let's take a closer look at this beautiful spec. And obviously we know it wouldn't be a Ford GT without the flat headlights, and that's exactly what Ford has done. The Ford GT design truly shows the DNA of the GT40 series and the original Ford GT platform. It's still here, it's all here, but it's just got a lot more aero. And none of this aero is done for the sake of styling. It's all functional. It's got vents in the hood, it's got intercoolers, it's got the body work here where the panels actually chisel the air and drive it away and send it over the top of the car, or around these mirrors, which are specifically designed just to do their job, which is not only to look at who's behind you, but it's also to channel air. You see the way they're cut out over here. They're basically sending air right down here. And then you're obviously equipped with carbon fiber wheels. Why wouldn't you put carbon fiber wheels? Because it is such a great spec, and that's the way you top it up. You got Brembo brakes, and then you come around and you got the most craziest part of a Ford. The new Ford, I mean, it took everyone by surprise. When you look at the rear end of this thing, it's a teardrop. So where the driver is sitting and the engine is, it's a teardrop, but it's got two wings attached to it, and Ford calls them the flying buttresses. Now, these buttresses do a lot of work. They're obviously not there for styling. Like I said, if you come around, you can literally see the way they channel the air onto the back and send it over the wing. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. What a design. And it's just funneling air right through here, and the air passes through here, right to the wing. And this is not your average wing. This is a very, very intelligent wing. It's constantly adjusting itself depending on the mode that you're in, and it's constantly angling itself so it could know how much attack power it needs to give and where it needs to go. Also on the back of the wing, and with this spec, it's super iconic because it has the number 16 on the right fin, and those two flaps, they're constantly working too, so they act as air brakes. They'll come up at a certain speed or when you need to slow down, and they'll help out your carbon ceramic brakes. Taking a look at the car from the back, you can actually see this massive gap that's in here. It's just cutting right through to the front of the car. And check that out. Here's a closer look at the taillights. And the taillights, they're outlets for all the extra air. Once the air has done its job, it's making its way out. We have the titanium exhaust. This saves them about 9 pounds. The titanium exhaust was built by Akroprovich, and obviously that's why it sounds so crazy. Once you get going, it really, really heats up. Here's that number 16 up here. Jamal Hamidi, Ford's performance chief engineer, told Top Gear that it wasn't even about the engine. They basically developed the aerodynamics first, and then the second came the engine. Whatever fits well for this car, and that was the 3.5 liter EcoBoost. It's a V6 producing about 647 brake horsepower. Just look at how snug this engine is sitting inside this teardrop, just surrounded by carbon fiber.
Since the year 2016, Ford has made 294 Heritage Editions. Now, out of those 294, only 30 of them were the Alan Mann Heritage Editions. Now, what makes this Alan Mann Heritage Edition so special is the fact that it is the last Heritage Edition to come off the line in the world. So they're all done. And to top it all off, it's the last Ford GT to come off the line for the Canadian market. So this is it. Now, this makes me really sad because
So the Ford GT production is slowly coming to an end, And there won't be any more of them being made, except for 67 track-only Ford GTs. Those will be coming out in 2023. Now, I just want to give a huge shout out to MVL Fine Cars in Oakville, Ontario. Their client purchased this car, and the car is here for storage, and they've opened their doors for us to create some content with it and have some fun. And honestly, thank you so much. To all the viewers as well, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, and we'll catch you at the next video. Peace.